the house now. It's a very simple shape. Only the outline we are going to draw, and rest of the things we are going to do with paints. Okay, so we will draw inverted V. Okay, draw it quite wide. Don't draw too narrow, because this is the outer structure of the house. So it's inverted V over here like this. Harshini, the shape is very good, but size, we need it really big. As I said, see, this is my complete book. And you need to draw it really big, covering the whole paper. Yeah, I have been telling that continuously, that you need to cover your whole paper, so that this is the main drawing, and over this then here, to make the roof, I am making a horizontal line. All of you follow all the steps with me, and it will be very simple for you. Two rectangles on the bottom side, very small ones for windows, and one door in the middle. Draw light, okay? And just make this wall kind of structure at the back. So this wall structure is starting from the corners of the triangle that you drew, not going beyond that. And it's not going all until the top, it's just stopping before you reach the top only. Appearance. So, and the direction of the balloon will be towards the house. Okay, please see first and then draw. So the simplest way to draw hot air balloon is by drawing a circle first. You can draw a small circle. It's okay if it is not exactly circle. And from the circle, you need to cut out the shape towards the bottom in this way. Draw this much first. First draw a small circle, then from the bottom side cut out the shape. Yes, Harshini, show me. Okay, so the size is fine. Just increase the width, this width. Okay, you can do that easily by removing any of the circle, so that you can put lots of details inside while painting. Yes? हरमन, आपका डायरेक्शन हॉट एयर बलून का बिल्कुल हॉरिजॉन्टल सा लगेगा. आप उसको स्लैंटिंग करो, थोड़ा डायरेक्शन नीचे की तरफ करो, ये कटआउट वाले चीज का दिखाइए. Vandita, you have no space over here, so we will not be able to draw the basket part of the hot air balloon. So I want you to shift the balloon slightly up. We need little bit of space over here to draw the basket part. Yes, tell me. Yeah, Delisha. Delisha, it's little narrow this side. Yeah, make it just narrow. It will be good. Arna, show me your hot air balloon side. Yeah, Arna, it's fine. You can make it slightly narrow, Arna, on the below side. The shape will look pretty then. Bhuvika, it's correct. Ira, show me. Yeah, Ira, it's fine. Ira, if possible, you can make the size slightly bigger, because when you will do painting, again, you will not be able to add lot of detailing. So I'm erasing the circle inside that I drew for my reference. You all can erase that part of the circle which we don't need, which was only for our reference. Yes, Arna, it's good. Yes, Vedansh, it's good. Those who have completed until here can now take out their paints, brushes and water bowl. We will start painting now. Yes, Harman. हरमन वी नीड स्पेस ओवर हियर एज आई सेड. हम इसका बास्केट भी बनाएंगे ना बाद में, उसके लिए हमको स्पेस चाहिए. आपका बिल्कुल घर के पास आ गया है. So this kind of color, first of all we need the mustard kind of color or the ochre color, you can say. We are going to paint moon first, okay? So all of you take out, yeah, that's fine. All of you take out your mustard kind of paint. Ochre yellow is the word for that color. It's something like this. Arna, can you read the name? Yeah, that's also fine. Yes, I'm telling you. So this is ochre yellow. The color's name is yellow ochre or ochre yellow. It's somewhat like a lighter shade of brown, but not orange, please. Huh? It's not orange. It's lighter. Okay, then you can use yellow. If you don't have that, use yellow and take out little bit of white on the side. So these two colors we are going to use to make, yes, that's good, Arna, it's correct. These two colors we are going to use to make our moon. Okay, use that. Yes, Herman. आपका वीडियो ऑफ है. ये वाटर कलर नहीं है. आपके पास वाटर कलर्स हैं? Yes, Harshini, your drawing is good. So all of you first please observe and see what you have to do, okay? Don't start off right now. first of all understand what is the concept we are going to use. So this part of the moon which is close to the house is going to be light in color, very light, okay? And this part, the outer line of the moon, is going to be dark in color, because from there it's going to be 3D. So that part will appear darker to us because it's going far, and this part is shiny. So that's why that part will be light, and the lightest part is going to be white. So white, light, slightly dark, darker. That's how the shades are going to be, okay? For watercolor, you have to play a lot with water, okay? So first of all, take your this color, ochre yellow color, and medium brush, and start by doing on the leftmost side of your moon. Leftmost side, okay? Don't use thick paint and don't use very dark paint. You can see I have much more of water and only tiny bit of paint. It's mostly water over here. Very diluted paint you have to use. It's very, very diluted, lots of water and hardly any paint. Okay, जो भी कलर है अब वो यूज कीजिए. Yes? Yes, yes, it's okay. The one which is closest to light brown or dark yellow, which is called ochre yellow. I want you all to look at my screen first before you start doing, because I can't wait, it will dry, and you also should not wait once you start, because it dries and then watercolor doesn't mix up well. So this is very dark part as I showed you. Then I am washing up my brush. See, there is no paint in my brush now, and I'm just spreading the paint so that from dark it comes out to light. It's getting lighter. And as I'm reaching towards the other corner, it's getting almost negligible. That's how you make the shading. This part is very dark, then only water in brush and completely wiped off. Just spreading that paint only until here, so that it brings out very light hue of color, but it's very, very subtle. But it is there. That's how you have to paint it. Okay, all of you now go ahead and try this. Yeah, but you can do, yes, it's okay for now. We'll do second coat, then you can continue. All of you, please use lot of water, okay? And test your paint before you put on the paper. You test it on a rough paper, that if it is very, very dark or giving which type of color, you need to know before you do on directly on your painting. It should not be dark. It should be very watery, very light. And as you reach towards the inner part of the circle, you should leave little bit of part white only. Don't fill it up completely. Little bit you can leave white. Harshini, it's not that dark. You look at my drawing. That's why I told you all, just test your paints on a rough paper before you put over here. And it's only slightly dark on the edge. Rest is absolutely very, very light. Yes, Bhuvika, it's good. Yeah, Ira, it's good. Good, you used lot of water. I see that. Because if it is light, we can make it darker by redoing it. But once it becomes dark in the first go, there is no way going back. So please make it light at the first coat. For the second coat, then again we can do. This is the layer, okay? In watercolors, we go by layer. This is first layer that we are doing. Now give 2 minutes time for this first layer to dry. Nice, Delisha. Yes, Harman, you can simply switch on your video. I'll be able to see. Delisha, it's good. Harman, आपने जो साइड में पेंट किया है, आपको उसी पेंट को बाहर की तरफ पुल करके लाना है. ऐसे नहीं लगना चाहिए कि ये एक लाइन है फिर एक अलग लाइन है. वही पेंट बाहर की तरफ ब्रश से खींच के लेके आना है. तब आप देखो कितना अच्छा इफेक्ट आएगा. अब आप एक ब्रश को वेट करो बिना किसी पेंट के, और वो जो पेंट है बाहर उसको इस तरह से पुल आउट करके लाओ. देखो फिर अच्छा इफेक्ट आ जाएगा. Harshini, आप एक wet, you can take a wet brush and just dab it on your paint to make it lighter little bit, and then you can take a tissue or a cotton and soak it up little bit. And all of you, all the instructions first listen carefully and then follow. It will come out nice only. Show me, Vedansh. What are you waiting? Very good. See? Nice. Good job. Arna, happening? Okay. Wow, Ira, very smart, huh? Is it very thin, the paper? Then it's okay if you have put too much water, but you should not keep rubbing that water with your brush. That's the important thing. It's okay to put water over here, but don't keep rubbing it off. That will tear off your paper. Because even I have put too much water, but I just dabbed and it was done. Yes, Harman? Yes, Harman, it's okay now. yes, okay, Ira. हरमन, आई थिंक आप थोड़ा डार्क कलर चूज कर सकते थे. आपने, अब आप जब करोगे तो आप ये डार्क येलो चूज करो. हरमन, आपने लेमन येलो चूज किया है. हर्षिनी, इट्स बेटर. या, हर्षिनी, इट्स बेटर. ओके, गुड जॉब. You actually did it nice now. So now this was the first layer, and see how we are going to do the second layer. So same color, exactly same color, but only less water this time. Of course water will be there, but less. First see, nobody will start now, just see first. Now we are creating those craters kind of thing over the moon. So it's going to be shapeless. You will not drag your brush. It's only dabbing of brush, dabbing of paint. Small, big, shapeless, sometimes in some shape. But only keep on dragging your brush, dabbing your brush, sorry. No dragging. Watery paint, not too watery, but of course water needs to be there. Please watch my screen first. I'm doing a very important thing, then I will come to see what you have done, okay? All of you understand first how I'm doing this. So you have to take the dark paint and only these many, okay? Don't make too many of them. Make such craters. Yeah, now tell who was saying something. Yes, very nice, Arna. It's good. Make them of different sizes and shapes, okay? And use watery paint. Then when it will dry up, no, it will give you very good effect. Use the same color. Yeah, Ira, one or two of them you can make slightly bigger. Just increase the size of one or two, just. Yeah. Nice, Arshini. Yes, Ira, it's good. Don't draw a circle and then fill paint inside the craters. You just take paint and dab it over there to make random shape. Do not draw a perfect circle and then paint inside. Bhuvika, it's good. You can increase the size of one or two crater. Yeah, rest is good. Yes, Dalisha, you want to show me? Nice, Dalisha. Good. So this was our second layer, okay? For the third layer, again, I want you all to just observe my screen first. Don't do anything. Just see here first. Then only it's good to follow. So now I'm taking slightly less water than before and then taking paint and making the edges bit more darker. But see, the broadness of the edges is more in the center. As I'm going towards the side, I'm making it narrow. So the shadow, this is the shadow which will appear in this way. Make it broad at the center. As you are going towards the side, make it narrow, 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 and then it will disappear. Just like that. Same color. It's only play of water. Same water. Also, same amount of water which makes the color dark, I'm doing on the right hand side of every crater with a thin brush. Thin brush, right hand side of every crater, half outlining. That's again the shadow that is created. Dark color, same color with less water, only on the right hand side of the crater, half outlining using a thin brush. So it creates a very nice illusion of shadow. If you understood it, now you can start it. Thin brush you take while doing this part. Take darker color and do it in good proportion. Like here it's broad and then it's getting narrow, narrow, narrow. Same way on the craters, only on one side. Yes, Vedansh, it's good. Vedansh, you changed the color, looks like. No? You're using the same color? Okay, let the craters dry before you do the outlining, all of you. Leaked? Okay, okay, don't worry. So do not change the color, all of you, okay? Use the same color. Yes, Bhuvika, it looks good. So on the screen, it's looking like this part is like white, but it's not really white. It has color on it. This part of the circle you can erase using your eraser, this line. You can erase or you can lighten as much as possible. See, it should be that light. Yeah, so curve will no longer be there by pencil, and then we are going to use a black pen, very thin black pen, and make a very wiggly line as if you are scribbling. Like this line to make the curve, but very, very, very small wiggles. Arna, yes, it's fine, Arna. The craters are also looking good. So this yeah, that's perfect. Even I'm using the same, but I hope it's the thin one. Yeah, perfect. I'm using the same. But we will use thick ones also in some other drawing sometime. So I want you to buy that if you don't have. Okay, great then. Perfect. So you have to draw very thin lines. Harshini, it's good. Yeah, nice, Harshini. Very thin zigzags. Don't make them big. It's like illustration that we see in storybooks or magazines. So please make it very delicate while doing this line. And only do this once your paint is dried, okay? Otherwise your pen will get spoiled. And it will be slightly smooth as compared on the back side. Anybody, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Keep showing me your drawing in between so that I can tell you if anything can be improvised before it goes too wrong. Yeah, Dalisha, it looks good. I think your pen is slightly thicker, but it's okay. Everyone, please use a thin pen for this part, okay? Even you can even use a ballpoint pen, but don't go for markers. It's very delicate part. Should be done with very, very thin pen. Yeah, Dalisha, I think it's thin only. No problem. See, this is how the moon should look like after your 3-4 layers. It's going good, Harshini. Harshini, it's good. Sorry? You can dab it with a cotton and it will be all good. Absorb it with water. Harshini, it's good. Show me, maybe then I can tell you. Okay, no problem. It's okay. Once the complete thing will... Yeah, you just have to be more careful with watercolor paints, but it's fine. It will not show up much after the complete thing is done. So don't worry, you continue to do your work. It happens with watercolor paints. When you are learning, you're a beginner, it happens. It's a part of learning, don't worry. Okay. Vedant, show me what happened. So you use a rough cloth or tissue to dab it and absorb it? It's okay, that is a common thing. Okay then, good. It's okay, don't worry about it. Once it will be complete, it's fine. जितना वेट है ना आप उसको डैप कर लो कॉटन बॉल से या रफ पेपर से रफ क्लॉथ से तो इट विल बी गुड. It happens in watercolor painting. But for that you need to take quick action. As soon as water spreads, you need to absorb it quickly using a tissue or cotton. Yes? Okay, so you can try that with brush paint, very thin brush and black paint. Use very thin brush and use thick paint. Don't use watery paint at all, okay? Especially if it is wet, you don't do it now. Ira, perfect. Very nice. Harman, what's happening? Show me. Arna, show me. Oh, nice, Arna. It's good. Harman, yours is also good. Yeah, we don't need it for balloon. We will use it for making the background, but the quantity is correct. We don't need more than that. Okay, so those who have completed the moon part can take out a small cotton ball now. We are going to do the background. I will also get, yes, correct. Arma, that's fine. I will also get, give me a minute. That's nice, Harshini. Bhuvika, nice. Okay, shall we start the background part? Is everyone done? If your moon is still wet, you can do the black line later. That will be safe. So, for the background, we need dark blue paint. Take out little bit of it. For the background, we need dark blue paint. Take out very little bit of dark blue paint. Dark and blue nahi, dark blue. Okay, so if you have cobalt blue, that will be great. Do you have that? No, tell me whichever you have, then I'll tell you which to use. Okay, so you can use the darkest one, Ira, and you can use Prussian blue, Arna. It's okay, don't mind. Whichever the darkest you have, now use that. Arna, yes, that's fine. Yep, Arna. All of you, I want you to see first. Before you start doing, you only have to see right now. Vandita, mic on mute, please. Yes, it's fine, Harshini. All of you only see, do not start before I tell you to, okay? So, dark blue paint and lots of water, okay? Like lots of water. So, you see how drippy my paint is. It's like, yes. The darker one. So please, nobody should start before I tell, okay? Just see first. So this is the dark blue paint and lots of water, and this is the first layer that I'm creating, okay? Only the first layer. So please look at my screen. Thick brush and only dabbing of brush. Thick brush. Do not go inside the moon. Using a thick brush, you have to create a background which is very abstract. It doesn't have any shape. You don't have to cover the whole paper. You just have to be around the hot air balloon and the house and the moon. Only that's the rule. But just keep dabbing your brush. You can take thickest brush that you have, but you don't have to go in the moon at all. The paint should be really watery. This is the first layer. For the first layer, we use the lightest color. As we make the second layer, it will be darker and like that. If anything goes wrong, you take a tissue and just cotton anything and just dab it right there to prevent it from going worse. Okay, if you got my point, you can start now. Make sure you take very watery paint and thick brush and keep on dabbing it and enjoy this fun process where you don't have to follow any shape. Mic on mute, please. Dalisha, your mic is on. See children, this is the first layer, okay? Just do the first layer and then let it dry. Then we will do the second layer. So what is the advantage of dabbing the paint here and not swiping it left, right, left? The advantage is we get this effect where some parts are dark, some parts are light, some part has puddle of paint. You see, there are puddle of paints. That part will give you beautiful effect of watercolor. And there are some white spaces which got left in between unintentionally, and that will add that effect to your watercolor painting which we want. So that's why every technique has its own advantage. By dabbing you get puddles here and there which gives you amazing results. And see, around the house I have left some space white. Don't come very close to the house. Okay, leave space white around the house. Don't touch the house. There is a lot of space I have left white around the house. This is the first layer of our background. Do it slowly, enjoy the process, take your time, but do nicely. So in this drawing of ours, the light is coming from the side where we have drawn the hot air balloon. So everything which is on the left side is going to be darker. Okay, Vandita. Have you done the dabbing or brush? This side it looks less of dabbing. This side it looks good. Good. Just let it dry for now before you do the second layer. Yes. आप थोड़ा और एरिया कवर करो हरमन. यहाँ नीचे भी थोड़ा और एरिया कवर करो, ऊपर का भी. ऊपर का तो पूरा ही कर लो जितनी स्पेस दिख रही है. नीचे भी थोड़ा और एरिया कवर करो ब्लू से. Ira, you have completed. You want to show me? Okay. You are adding water enough? Can you show me? Maybe I can suggest you better. Okay, okay, okay. Let it be. Yes, it's good. So as my painting is drying, you can see I have this patches kind of background everywhere. It's very patchy. Nothing is uniform or even over there, and that's how we want it to be, since it's clouds. Yes, Bhuvika, it's looking fine. वेदांश दिखाइए. Yes, nice वेदांश, it's good. वेदांश यहाँ जो स्प्रेड हो गया है ना थोड़ा सा, वो आप कॉटन बॉल से इमीडिएटली अगर अब्जॉर्ब करोगे तो इट विल गो अवे. Ultimately it's water only, yeah. You can just soak it up. It will be fine. And never mind, anyway we are going to do lot of dark patches also, so it will be hidden then, don't worry. Okay, Harshini, it's good, just that it could have been lighter. As you can see the shade of my painting, it is around 5 shades lighter. Yes. So when light means you have to do it very light. Then only you will be able to do water to your paint.